Yeah. What it do, world? It's your boy King City. You're now tuned in to King City TV. And on today, we have another edition of Video Review with your boy King City. On today's topic, man, we're going to talk about the NBA 2k16. Yes, NBA 2k16 for the PS4 and the Xbox One. Let me just start off by saying congratulations 2K on another successful year. I personally feel this game is definitely by far the best basketball game ever made. I love the way that NBA 2K16 reinvents itself. They keep coming back with different new concepts for the gamers. And I'm just excited for the franchise. I'm excited for the path that it's going. And I definitely think this is a positive path. So we're going to jump right into the review. First things first, y'all know I like to start off with the negs. So one of the things that I disliked about the game was I did not like the new passing feature. This year in NBA 2K16, they gave you an option of having 3 different pass buttons. You can do the lob with the triangle button, bounce passes with the circle button, and your normal passes with the X button. I've had the game since October. I find myself really using the X button a lot. Not saying that the triangle and the bounce pass button doesn't have its time. It definitely do, but that's something I feel like you have to get used to. You have to get the feel of. And if it works for you, then hey, it'll be a positive for you. But for me personally, it wasn't something that I enjoyed enough to say, hey, this was a selling point for me. Another negative I have is with the My League and the My Team. I wish that they would have put a little bit more presentation value into it. When you play the My GM mode or the My Career mode, you will notice that they have Kenny, Ernie, and Shaq speaking during the load-up time, and then there's also cutscenes. I think in the beginning of the second quarter with maybe like your star player or your coach having a small little interview. I wish that they would have put that into the My League and the My Team mode. I feel like it would have definitely been pretty dope to see an old school superstar like a Michael Jordan or a Shaquille O'Neal or a Penny Hardaway or something like that actually have a cutscene interview. It would be pretty dope to see them have a halftime interview with Doris Burke. But outside of that, man, the game is great. Now this year they've incorporated some new game modes. As we all know, last year 2K15 they bought the My League game mode, which is similar to the My GM, but you're able to customize it. You can bring in old school teams, and you can pretty much use your old school teams along with the new school teams, and you pretty much have your whole season there. But the opposite thing about it is that it's not like the My GM because you don't have full control over your GM options, like as far as deciding if you want to relocate or things of this nature. So I feel like with the My League, it's a pretty dope game mode, but they definitely could have expanded on it this year. I feel like they just brought it over from NBA 2K15. They didn't really expand it. So they have that. They also brought in a new game mode called the NBA 2K Pro Am. Now the Pro Am is pretty much the My Park inside of a gym. It's pretty much like the My Park but organized basketball. You can take up to 10 My players from all around the world, and you guys will play online in a gym simulated basketball game. It'll pretty much be like a real organized basketball game, but just with your My players. And it's pretty dope because you start off, in a generic gym, but if you get your own team and your team actually has fans from the My Player modes, those fans will actually come to your 2K Pro Am arena and actually be fans within your arena. So I thought that was pretty dope. So if you're a guy a guy or female, if you're a person who loves playing the My Park, you was wishing that they would put that inside of a gym in an organized basketball setting with fouls and free throws, etc. NBA 2K Pro Am is definitely a mode you will want to check out. I see where they're trying to go with it, and it is a positive step in the right direction. So I definitely would say that that's a mode that they should definitely keep around. Of course, expand it as you go along. But for the foundation, for the start, I thought it was a pretty good start. Now, we all know that Spike Lee jumped aboard this year with the NBA 2K16 franchise, and he has brought his own movie mode to the My Career, and it's pretty dope. You start as a character named Frequency Vibrations. He is who the movie is based around, and he's a young kid coming from Harlem with hopes of making it to the NBA. You start off in high school. You play about 4 games in high school. You get 3 high schools to choose from. You choose which high school you want to go to. You play about 3-4 games there. And then as you're playing, you get recruitments from different colleges. And I think it's up to maybe 10 to 15 colleges that will be interested in recruiting you. Out of those 10 to 15, you would choose one. And then you will go to play at least 3 to 4 games there at that particular college. And then after that, you will be positioned with the opportunity to enter the draft and be drafted into the NBA. The movie mode explores all the different ups and downs of an up-and-coming up-and-coming NBA career star. You know, family issues, friends issues, problems on and off the court. And it's pretty dope. It gives you a good insight, a good look into the world of an up-and-coming baller. And, you know, it lets you see what it's like. It doesn't really give you too many options as far as how to change the story. You do have the opportunity, to make decisions, but ultimately those decisions will still kind of lead you to the same path because of the way that the storyline was written out. So I thought it was pretty cool. You know, once again, I see 2K is trying to go into a different direction, and that direction is pretty bright. After the movie mode, you're then thrown into your My Career because you're now drafted into the NBA. So Frequency is now an NBA player. And once you become an NBA player, now you have the option on your off days to decide 3 things. You can either decide to do endorsement deals, which will obviously get your guy, you know, celebrity status off the court, outside the court, you know, billboards, shoes, you know, different endorsements. You can also choose either to go to practice, and the game provides a practice facility, your team, whatever team that you're on. And currently, I'm on the New York Knicks, so I can go practice at the New York Knicks gym facility, and you can win points and skill points for performing certain things at the gym. At the practice facility. You know, they also have drills that you can go and do, which is pretty dope. Third thing that you can choose is your connections, which would be like a way for you to, you know, bond with some of the NBA stars and hang out with them, be friends with them. And when you become friends with them, each one of them have a certain package that would allow you to have certain, attributes or gifts. So it's all up to you. I like the fact that 2K is giving you this option. I think it's something dope. It's never been in a video game before, and this will make it where not every My player will be the same. Of course, the My GM mode is back. The Blacktop is back. The My Park is back, and they've brought in 13 new teams now. So that's definitely something that's dope to explore. The Toronto Raptors with Vince Carter and Tracy McGrady. The Houston Rockets with Tracy McGrady and Yao Ming. Dirk Nowitzki's Dallas Mavericks that won the NBA Finals a few years back. Cleveland Cavaliers with LeBron James when they went to the finals. The Miami Heat with LeBron when they went to the finals. So they definitely expanded their classic teams. They brought back all the classic teams from NBA 2K15. They also added a nice long list of European teams for the Euro League. So it's pretty dope. 2K is definitely moving in the direction of trying to expand, trying to push the envelope, and you gotta love it. You gotta appreciate that as a gaming fan. So, all in all, I feel like this game is definitely, if I had to rate it out of a 10, I would definitely give it an 8.5 out of 10, maybe even a 9 out of 10. I love the roster. I love the roster updates. 2K TV Interactive, which every week they give you new episodes. So yeah, man, I really think this game is dope. Like I said, if I had to vote it, if I had to give it a rank, I would say definitely a 9 out of 10. My only problem really is with the pass buttons and with the My League and the My Team. I wish it could have been a little bit more presentation friendly, more presentation interactive. But the game itself is dope, man. The gameplay, as you can see, the gameplay is dope, as real as possible. The presentation is excellent. The commentary is pretty cool. Kenny, Shaq, and Ernie being in loading and the halftime shows. It's pretty dope. I definitely would give this a 9 out of 10. I definitely would say this is the best basketball game ever made. And if you haven't got it, I would definitely say go out and get it. 2K16 for the PS4 or the Xbox One. Definitely a must-have game if you're a basketball fan. Even if you're not a basketball fan but you're a sports fan, I would definitely still say, hey, go get this game. And I'm out, man. This is your boy King City. You've been tuned in to King City TV. This has been another video review. I'm out.